killing it. You're just gonna be alright. But yeah, give it up for
Yo,
Jalen.
what's up, guys? I'm John. Literally, the guy I'm about to bring up is what they call a 3%er. He is he told me, he said, if every single person on my team quits, I will never stop doing this, alright? So if you have that mentality, you are going to make it no matter what. He's going to make this thing happen no matter what. You type in Beast on Google, his picture will pop up, alright? This kid's an absolute animal. Crushing it, about to take over the state of Connecticut and the rest of the East Coast. When I first, I'll let him tell a story. But I want to bring my boy Luke Federico.
I love this kid. I tell him every day I love him for showing this to me. But first of all, you know how they do that like comfort zone circle? Yeah. Before I got started in this, talking in front of people was like the moon from that comfort zone. I was terrified. I actually passed out in high school from talking in front of people. Like legit passed out. I had to get put on like medicine to keep myself calm. But now I'm over that. Now I'm good. But all right. So I just wanted to say something funny real quick. I know you guys are like looking up to Jed. You're like, oh my God, Jed's like this like amazing person. Like I can't believe it like that. I'm in this room with him. When I first started, I watched Super Saturday. I watched Super Sunday. Whatever day they had it, I watched it. So like since Jed's been here, I've been like a little girl at like a Justin Bieber concert. I can't get away from him. Like I want to sit next to him everywhere we go because I just want to absorb his knowledge. I'm here to be like the best student I can be, and that's what you guys should be too. Because you know what? He is exactly like us. He just listened to his leaders. He just listened to the people and gained their knowledge. But Jed's a regular guy like us. Like on the way up here, the hour drive up here, he was snoring, he was drooling, he was like drooling on my shoulder, and it was funny. But I wish I got a picture, but I didn't. It was so funny. But okay, a little bit about my story. John Monroe, who was like my best friend in high school, like we were inseparable. We like split up once I went to college. We like barely talked. Now, one random day in November, he Facebook chatted me. And he was like, dude, I have this awesome opportunity for you. He just started spitting numbers at me, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, there's no way I'm going to do this. Like, you sound like a crackhead or something. Like, I was very involved with my girlfriend at that time. I focused, like, all my time and energy on her. That didn't work out, but I'll get into that. It was, like, finals week, so I was really focusing on school as well. But, so I, like, pretty much told him to leave me alone. And that was, like, my best friend, and I hadn't talked to him forever. But then in December rolls around, and my life took a complete U-turn. My girlfriend in 2.5 years broke up with me for no reason. I was heartbroken. I totaled my car sliding down my hill on ice. Right. So I was like, what am I going to do? I need to be able to drive. And what was the third? But, oh yeah, I didn't get into the School of Business at UConn, and that's what I want to do the rest of my life. I love like international cultures. I'm Italian. I'm learning Italian. I've always wanted to go there. I want to travel the world for a business, for a company. That's always what I wanted to do. So like, this is like perfect for me. I feel like now. So I was devastated in December when all that happened. I was like depressed. Like my mom was worried about me and stuff. And at the same time, I was working at a bank as a teller. That job sucks. I don't know if any of you have ever had that. I hated it. I had to get like dragged out of bed to get there. I couldn't stand it. It was awful. Like I'm actually trying to get my friend who's there to join this, but he's I can't change his mind, so whatever. But yeah, I don't need him. But yeah, so I actually got tricked into coming to one of these meetings, one of these events. It's a funny story. My little sister's boyfriend, my little sister's 15, her 15-year-old boyfriend was like, all right, you got to drive into my friend's house. We're going to start a Jordan business, because I loved wearing Jordans. Like, I was so into that, and I was like, all right, let's do it. Now, he told me the address, and I was like, that's John Monroe's house. And I was like, all right, I'll just go there anyway, because I knew John liked Jordans. Maybe it's the real thing. So I got there, and he hands me a Verb, and I was just like, fuck this. Like, I'm so pissed off. I was so skeptical. I was texting the whole time. I got up, went to the bathroom in the middle of it while he kept talking. I was pissed off. I was in the corner of the room just like, what the fuck am I doing here? But then I listened. then I really listened to what he had to say. Then I like saw how like motivated he was and how passionate he was and like how he could make this happen. And like seriously, I thought about it. If there was one person in this world that I could work with to get to the top, it's John, my best friend from high school. So I got started. I didn't have the money. I went to my mom. My mom talked to John's mom. My mom was like, you know what, I'll give you the money. So I started up, and ever since it's been like the best thing ever. My why is that my parents work harder than anyone I know. Not like, I don't know your parents, maybe they do work harder. My dad's 50. He works for my town, the town of Westerly. He is outside, rain, snow, like wind, sunshine, like the heat. He's working outside labor at 50. You know how bad that is for you? I mean, he goes to the gym every day, but I'm still nervous every day because he's doing hard labor outside. My mom, she has 3 jobs. I mean, we have 4 kids in my family, so it's a pretty big family. My mom has 4 jobs. She despises her main job, like completely despises it. And like, it hurts me every time to have to see them get up out of their bed every day and go to their job. Because like, they're just doing that so I can have a good life, so my sisters can have a good life. They're doing that to pay for college for me. They put like $80,000 into UConn already, and I want to get out of there. I want to get out of there and focus on this, but I can't do that to her. That will break my mom's heart. So I'm just here I'm in this to retire them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to retire them hopefully by the end of this year.
Let's go.
That's what I'm doing. I guess that's it. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say, but I'm excited for Vegas. I'm so pumped. I've never been. I'm 20, so it won't even be that cool for me because I'm not 20. I don't have a fake ID, which sucks. I mean, if anyone can hook me up with one, that would be great. But yeah, so thanks for having me up here.
You're awesome, brother. Hey, I'm so proud of this guy. I was hanging out with him just yesterday, and I was like thinking the whole time, like thinking to myself, man, Luke, come on, you got to be a little bit more excited. And then literally, like within 5 minutes, I'm talking to him about his why. He's like, he got jacked out of his mind, and then literally he was up till like 4 o'clock last night with us, and so I know that he's gonna make it to the top of this deal, and he's phenomenal. So, it's funny. Is he natural in front of him? How natural is he, right? Like it's not like to him. It's funny because he says, "I'm a teller, right? And I was a teller. The worst thing that ever happened to me was being a teller. I was getting paid $10 an hour, and I looked at bank accounts. I'm like, dude, you know. So I remember that. I would be, actually that's how I got exposed to this business. My mentor, Mr. Bernie Ochoa, was a teller. He was depositing like these $30,000 checks. What the hell do you do? And he introduced me and exposed me to this industry. But anyways, here we go. I'm gonna bring up I guess one of our last speakers, and then we're gonna come hang out afterwards. But this gentleman I want to introduce you guys to is freaking unbelievable, man. He's Mr. High Energy, Mr. Fun, makes a lot of money now in the business, and literally knows a lot of the information, 100% of the information in regards to building the business, how to create a team, how to create culture, and how to really get people going from nothing to hitting silvers and gold. There's a lot of people in this group right now hitting ranks, and he's building a huge group all over Georgia. When I first met him, man, I called him Kevin Hart. I'm like, is that Kevin Hart? This guy is so funny, dude. This guy is so funny. You're going to get a chance. But what I love about Miles is, man, he loves helping people. He will go out of his way to go help other people become successful in this business. And we were talking about it when we were in Atlanta this past weekend, and I said, man, what's your why? He's like, dude, I just love helping people. If people can be a success, I love that. I don't care. He doesn't care if it's an encouragement. He doesn't care if it's whatever it is that you want. If he helps you, that's what he loves. And I think that's why he's out in Boston. With his own dime, with his own money, everything he did, he literally just said, you know what? I'm going to help my team. I'm going to help the team that's there. I don't care if there's one person. I don't care if there's 3. I'm going to go to bat. Because he knows he understands the idea of leadership and serving other people. he'll tell you, helping other people get what they want, you can have whatever you want. So this gentleman is on fire. He's got teams all over the East Coast now. I'm so proud of him. He's a new diamond leader, about to crush platinum. If you can stand to your feet, Mr. Miles, a.k.a.
Hey guys, I just kind of want one thing that I definitely learned from Mr. Jeb Bueneluz and actually Mr. Browcassin when I was actually in Georgia. This is something you guys definitely need to write down. Something that kind of just stuck in my head. For a lot of people, when you're first starting the business, you're gonna go. No, they're good. You're gonna go through some roadblocks. Failure is an event. So failure is an event, not a person. Failure is an event, not a person, because I'm pretty sure you guys would agree that Michael Jordan is not a failure, but he's failed more times than almost anybody in the NBA, and there's a reason for that. So anyway, one last thing before I share my story, you guys got to get excited and pumped up for sure, man. You know, I definitely realized. I remember a long time ago. It was probably like my first month in the business. We were in like Oxford University, and the room was just kind of, you know what I mean? You know when you do home events and there's people just kind of like, you know. And I remember Jed said one thing that always stuck with me. Is he was talking and he was just kind of like, he was like, you know what, you guys, you got to learn how to smile. He's like, you know why I smile? Because I make a lot of money. He's like, you know what I mean? You gotta understand that we just talked about comfort and getting out of your comfort zone. Some people think that they need to look cool. You know, kind of sitting there, I'm not gonna be cool. I don't want to raise my hand and go, wow. You know, I want to be cool. I think being wealthy is cool. So I think guys just laugh. You know, have fun and get excited. Say wow. You know, when someone says a joke, you've probably heard it a million times. Just laugh. You know, I mean, I think all his jokes are funny anyway. But you know, always just laugh and get excited. So so the chicken crossed the road. Yeah, I'm Kevin Hart. No, anyway, guys. So real quick. See, man, get excited, man. Making money is fun, dude. I realize broke people are stressful. They're not happy, you know, because they're broke. So get excited, guys. We're making money. So anyway, my story, guys. You know, I won't go too long in the story, but kind of I was in Georgia actually. Miss Teresa, she's like my best friend. Obviously, she was an ICU nurse. Kind of how this whole thing happened in Georgia, the whole Southeast Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech, UGA, Perimeter, all these areas out in Georgia. She actually flew to California for her cousin's graduation party. That's kind of where she met Mr. Jed and all this stuff. Long story short, she heard about the opportunity, kind of blew her mind. She took it back to Georgia. She told one person, Pauline, told her boyfriend Matt, then a guy named Carl, and then Carl told me. So that's kind of how that. Now all these people in Georgia, that's kind of how it happened. And me and Carl was just at the University of Georgia golf course. You know, I'm sitting there 8-hour shifts watching people buy balls all day. I mean, it's not really that fun and exciting. But I just remember, I really remember Carl coming to me and be like, man, you do that. I was kind of saying earlier, you know, there's just like 18-year-olds, there's like 19-year-olds making $5,000 a month, right? 20-year-olds making $10,000 a month. You know, fucking like we're really fucked with $20,000 a month. And like, you know what I mean? So I was kind of skeptical, obviously. But again, like I said, you know, I got in front of Mr. Jeb Bueneluz, Mr. Crystal Bagnat. And long story short, obviously I got started in the business. I ordered my product. I actually have like 63 cents left to my name. Oh, yeah. It was actually kind of a funny story. You guys talk about tricking me. So we were at, again, like I said, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, whatever. I was like, nah, I'm good. And he was like, all right, you know, I'll think about it. So I went home, and then he texted me, and he said, hey, dude, you know, because we were after work. We worked together. He was like, hey, let's just play some games. Let's just watch some movies, chill, you know, let's play some Xbox. I was like, yeah, whatever, play some Xbox. So he came around, you know, knocking the door. I opened the door, and I was grabbing the remote, you know, had my Xbox. He came in, we sat down, and we were going to play Xbox, and he goes, so remember that thing I was telling you about? Like, oh, fuck, I can't leave now because he's in the room. I was like, shit. So, yeah, he tricked me into obviously getting on the phone with Mr. Christopher Bagnat. And, I mean, you know, at first, of course, I was just like, after hearing the story, guys, I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer. I was like, I mean, come obviously. Like, I mean, look, work at a job, be a fucking slave, broke, you know, clock in, clock out. And for the you need a newbie, I don't know if you need, like, it's kind of funny. You see your parents go through that all the time. You just don't want to do anything different. So I just realized I got to do something different. So anyway, that's what I did. 7 months in the business, hit the Rake of Diamond, and pushing for platinum obviously before Vegas. So let's go. You know, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about kind of how this business works, guys. If you know the numbers, then you obviously know how simple this business is. I definitely learned from Mr. Jed Bueneluz is that I mean, if obviously if you know where you're going, you'll know whether you're progressing or not. Because if you don't know how many cycles it takes to get to silver, You know, when you hit 4 cycles, you're like, fuck yes, 4 cycles. I mean, you didn't hit the goal that you obviously wanted to hit. So you got to know the numbers. You got to have to know the comp plan. And it keeps you comfortable about the business. You know, talking to someone else, you know how the business kind of works. So just as quick numbers in your head from like what I usually tell people when they get started or about the business. This is kind of how I go through the numbers. So obviously we know we have a left team and a right leg. So I'll just kind of I'll just do a little circle here. You have a left leg and a right leg. What I kind of do, what I tell people in your head, you know, as soon as you get started, obviously we want you guys to break even. You know, have your product, have your business start paying for itself. So the numbers is 5 people on one leg, 5 on the other. When you have about 5 people on one side, 5 auto deliveries on the other, your business is kind of paying for itself at that point. And again, guys, it's not 5 people you personally enroll. Maybe it's 1 person who gets 4. You know, maybe 2 people who get 3. You know, that kind of concept. Yeah. So obviously 5 people on one side, 5 people on the other, and your business is your product is paid for. So after that, you know, when you have about 55 people in your network, so 55. So I mean, if you think about it, like, you know, 5 people get 7. 5 people are getting 7 people. You know, 35. And then you got, you know, 20 on this side. So 35, maybe 20 again. So maybe 5 and 4, however you want to do it. You know, at this level, now you're making around, you know, $600, $700. You have to rank up gold basically. You're making around $600, $700 a month. And you probably can leave your job. Well, I don't know. It's actually kind of different here, man. Being in Boston, I realized it's fucking y'all make a lot more money in Georgia. I was like, we were at the YMCA, and the guy was talking about like, yeah, I make around $1,100 a month. Fuck, $1,100 a month. Anyway, YMCA, you make like $400 or $500 a month. Anyway, so out here, you guys obviously at gold level, you know, you'll be making around $600, $700 a month. And then in the business, obviously, when you have about 100 people in your network, so I don't know, 10 get 10. So just 100 people total, around 100 people, or 110. You're at the rank of diamond. And at that point, you're now, you know, making between $900 to $1,500 a month. Your car qualifies when you have a gold leader on your left and your right. Making that kind of income. So, I guess one way we'll talk about how you get paid is frenzy bonus. That's kind of the most important thing, guys. Is that, I mean, that first of all, like he was talking about, that creates a story. I mean, if you get a guy in the business and you get him to frenzy and fat $700, I mean, people can't really argue with that. So that's kind of something you guys really, really got to get, you know, hone in on when someone gets started. Like, we need to get you 3 guys in 1 week, like straight up, get you frenzy. So obviously we know silver and gold. When someone gets started in the business, if they order 3 silver packs or 3 gold packs, you'll make, you know, $700 and above frenzy bonus. So that's one way that we get paid in the business. Obviously, is when you initially enroll someone in the business. So for a silver pack, we'll kind of just make this quick. For the silver pack, obviously. And everyone's in the business, right? You guys, silver pack is $100. We already know that. $100. Gold pack obviously is $200 in the business. And when you're $200. And on the silver pack, you get 200. So there's 400 QV points total for the silver pack. But when you personally enroll someone, you get half of that. So 200 points on there. And then, so think of it like, you know, point system. It's called a QV. That's what we usually refer to as. And with the gold pack, it'll be 400. So why the points? 400, 200, guys. This is the residual income in this business. This is what, you know, through the auto deliveries every month. That's going to allow your business to continue to grow and then turn into residual income. So how that works is 360 QV on one side and 180 QV on the other. That's 1 cycle, guys, and you'll get paid around $20, $22 a month for every cycle. So, you know, where are the points coming from again? From the orders in your business. That's how orders happening in your business are what occurs QV. So obviously, let's say you get, you know, I don't know, Joe and Schmo or something. Joe Schmo, and you get Joe Schmo and Fo or something. So Joe gets on silver pack. Obviously, that's 200 points. You know, Schmo, 200 points. So 400 total on this side. Obviously, another 200 for the other silver pack that gets started. And this is kind of like what we shoot for, really. Total in the business. You know, you get started, or someone gets started, get them the frenzy and set this up. 2 on one side, 1 on the other. Because what's going to happen is, well, it's kind of flipped, but 360 QV is obviously going to be hit, 400, and then the 180, 200. So first of all, the person just frenzied, and they hit the rank of bronze. And that's kind of how that happens with, you know, 2 on one leg. And that's kind of how you build the business. You know, when someone gets started, put the other in there, and then here, and then build, and then the other side, you know, kind of 2-to-1 ratio. And another way that we get paid in the business, so that's cycles, by the way. Those are called cycles. That's how you get paid through cycles. When you have like four cycles, 4 times 20, 5 cycles, 5 times 20, that's another way we get paid. Another way we get paid is the momentum bonus. And the momentum bonus is actually kind of cool. That's actually, kind of how the person that I enrolled, George Chang, started making about $200 more than me, guys. Because we have a 2-leg system, so that's kind of how people, when you enroll, they can actually outrank you. And out-earn you. So George started hitting a momentum bonus I didn't have. How that works, momentum bonus favors people that have an even business, like they're building both legs, not just one freaking leg, huge power leg or something like that. And literally kind of how that works, if you have a bronze on your left and a bronze on your right, or 500 QV points through auto delivery on one leg, 500 on the other, you're hitting like a bronze momentum bonus. Our bronze momentum bonus is about $100. Is that right? Yeah, about $100, $100 to $200. And then obviously when you have, there's a silver, when you have a bronze on your left and then a bronze on your right, then you hit a silver momentum bonus. And a silver momentum bonus is around $200 to $300 a month extra. And then when you have 2 silvers, like a silver on your left and a silver on your right, you actually hit a gold momentum bonus. That's around $300 to $400. And then when you hit the rank of diamond, you get around $400 a month. But of course, when you get the car, the $400 a month goes to the car. So you can either choose to get the car and they give you $400. That's actually the momentum bonus turns into the payments for the car. Or if you don't take the car, they just give you $200 every single month. So that's kind of how that. So that's how that momentum bonus. There's also a global pool bonus. That's what I learned. Actually, I didn't know about that for a while until like maybe last year. Because you guys don't need to go too crazy about learning all night when you first get started. I mean, some of this stuff is later in the period, but the global bonus pool is crazy. Apparently, they pay it out like every quarter or whatnot in the business, and it's actually a pool from everybody in the business, from everybody in Vima. It's a share from all the income that's happening through the cycles and whatnot in the business. So that's how when they pay it out and you're at platinum, you actually get qualified for a certain percentage of that global pool of Vima. So sometimes your check will be like $3,000, $2,000, like just for that bonus. It's like $2,000, $3,000 out of that bonus. And so that's kind of one of the other bonuses. And that's kind of a simple case. When you first enroll someone $100, gold $100. 2-pack 20, 110, and obviously the points on the leg for that. I hope I covered everything. I don't know if it was the Friday through. Yeah. That's right. Sorry. So how you frenzy? Obviously there's a period when you look at your app on your phone, and it has counting down the numbers. I don't know if you're like, why is it counting down? That's how you frenzy, guys. So the week ends. It starts on Friday and ends on Thursday. So yeah, your cycle week starts on Friday, starts and ends on Thursday. And in that period, when you enroll 3 silver packs or 3 gold packs, 3 of those, like the builder packs and whatnot, that's how you frenzy. And each period is like, so when you look at your app, when you look at your app, let's say there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So each week is a cycle week. So Friday through Thursday, that's called a cycle week. And then through a cycle week, you have 4 cycle weeks that are called rank advancement periods. RAP. Rank advancement period is the whole, that's how you add up all the cycles, like throughout the week of your cycle. So if you cycle this time, like once your first week, that'll be 1. And then it's like you cycle once this week, it'll say 2 down here. And then let's just say you cycle twice down here, 2, 2, 4. So it'll show up as 4 total down here. And if you cycle through, it'll just add up. And then when the new rank advancement period comes, then it starts over at 0 again. Everything is at 0 again, and you cycle. So that's why we push really hard. That's why we say don't wait till the last week to try and really, really push for your this is the beginning of the week. Just like how 90% of the closing is at the beginning. Literally 9% of your bid. Don't wait and trying to get in a lot of, it all adds up. And then the new rank advancement period, of course, starts the new cycles that you'll hit in the business. And I think that might cover everything. I think that might be good, guys. So, last thing I say, I guess, before, bring up Mr. Jet, guys, is just really make this a priority. I think, obviously, I took this, as a huge priority in this business, but it wasn't really until maybe hearing a different perspective from someone like Mr. Brownhouse and how fucking big this really is, guys. I don't think you guys, this is really big. Like, the amount of money you can make in this industry is and not even just industry, Vima at your time right now is nuts. I didn't really even think about it, when they just opened up in Asia, in Taiwan, Hong Kong. You know, because I'm thinking about UGA, Georgia Southern, Perimeter, you know, Georgia, all these colleges that were, you know, leaving. I got to go to Valdosta. Actually, I fly back, open up there, Kennesaw, out in Georgia, go all these different places, you know, colleges. And I'm thinking, man, it's a huge group, all these colleges. But, like, it fucking hit me in the head, like, when Brad, like, typed in Wikipedia, where they just opened up, like, now, Wikipedia Taiwan, and scrolled down, and there are all these new colleges. Like, hundreds of fucking colleges, guys. There's a lot and a lot of growth to be made. And the last thing I'll say is if you don't make it happen, someone else will. For the Boston people in here, Providence people, if you don't fucking make it happen, I promise you there'll be a Mr. Jeb Bueneluz who fuck this shit up. I promise you. I've seen it happen all the time. There are people who get in the business. What we always like to say, just like we said before, you know, in Herbalife or whatever, where it was like 100,000 people already in the network and someone got in as the top income earner, is that we say the top income earner hasn't even been found yet. So what if it was in your group? But what if it wasn't? You know what I mean? So you know, if you don't talk to your friends, someone will. So just make it a priority, guys. Do it the right way, the correct way. You can never say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can never say the right thing to the wrong person. So just really make sure you're doing it the correct way, and really make this a freaking priority. Because I'm excited. Vegas is gonna be fucking nuts, right? It's gonna be fucking packed. It's gonna be excited. So I'm trying to get back to Mr. Jeff Bueneluz, guys. Thanks for having me up here, man. Bring it over, Mr. Jeff Bueneluz.
Hey, real quickly, and I know Stu's probably gonna go over it, or we're done. We're done. We're good. Yeah, I want to have him. You know, how do you invite somebody? Because actually, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have Stu come up real quick. Bring up Stu, and then we're gonna answer questions right now. You guys down?
Yes, sir.
For like 5-10 minutes, and afterwards we're gonna break out, put music on, hang out for another 15-20 minutes if you guys have more questions. But you know, give us some because how do you invite somebody? Because there's many different ways to invite, and Stu will teach you, and you know, on scale of influence. But how do you invite a friend to come to an event? You want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, guys. So no one wants to come to an event. No one wants to come to a meeting. You know,
about the
yeah.
list.
First of all, you need a list. Obviously, a huge list.
Talk about the list.
Yeah.
And how to use that to your advantage in regards to getting people in the business. And do you want to come in right now, or do you want to come in later?
Oh, okay. So the list is very important, guys. Like we say in the business, the more people in your list, the more money you're gonna make. If you make 100 people in your list, I mean, you're not gonna make a lot of money. If you make a huge list, 400, 500 people, you'll make a little bit. 1,000 people, you'll make a lot of money. So and it's very important because it builds a sense of urgency. So think about having, you know, this sheet of paper right here, just list, just fucking, you know what I mean, just here, fucking, it's just hundreds of names, just all these fucking names. All these names. You just keep flipping the page. So what you do when you're doing a home event, and after the event is over, is you come to somebody, dude. So remember we were talking about you wanted to get out of that fucking job because you were fucking working, you were a slave to these fucking working jobs, like bank teller. Everyone's working at bank tellers. Right? You're fucking bank teller. You work 40 hours a week. So yeah, man. You know, in this business, obviously, you can see, you know, if you don't get it now, like someone else will, and you won't benefit off of that. So I don't know about you. I actually have to talk to a lot of people. You know, do you see this list? I gotta talk to that guy. You see this list? Talk to all these people. I gotta talk to all these fucking people. You see this? Oh, I'm not done yet. No, here, this is actually Asia. My friend, he's in Norway. And all these people in Europe, they gotta fucking talk to me. I just gotta fucking talk to them. See all these names? They fucking make up numbers, make up the emails, name. It doesn't matter. Huge list. And then at the end, you say, so do you want to be at the top of it or at the bottom? Top.
Look what he's saying. He's showing the list. And he goes, you're the first person I called. Look, this is me. This is you. I haven't called all those people. You know what that says to him? Well, you just got started, so he's never going to ask Miles, are you making any money? Dude, I just got started. Look at all these people I'm about to call. You're the first one. Right here. And we're building 2 teams. Guess what? Let's say this is, you know, Dan. Everybody else that comes in on my list goes below you. So Miles says, do you want to, what did you say? Do you want to come in now?
Do you want to come in now or do you come in later?
Or, this is you, or you could wait. And this is you. So this could be you here, or you could just wait and do that, or this could be you. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
Go ahead, keep going. So that's the list.
Yeah, so that's the list. And then
How about invite?
Oh yeah, inviting. Again, guys. So no.
Two ways to wait. They have
Two
two
ways.
different approaches, or unless it's the same. So
Yeah, well, I mean, no one wants to come to an event, to a meeting. Hey, I got this meeting, this business opportunity, this, you know what I mean? So how I invite someone I mean, of course, you heard the one that Mr. General Jeb Willis, that's pretty awesome. But usually, I mean, I just get to know the person. Whether, I mean, people complain all the time. Whether you want a new car, whether you want to fucking leave your job. I mean, we have conversations all day long about the jobs, whatever. So that's how I invite people. You have to make it relatable to them, and they're not coming to an event, they're coming to meet someone else. So I say, hey man, you know what's, I remember you telling me the other day that you work like 40 hours a week at the job, like you work a fucking ton. Well, you know what's funny? I just met a kid who's actually like 20 years old. You're 20, right? 20, yeah. I just met a kid who's like fucking 20 years old. He's like traveling around. I think he just finished like a 3-city tour, like a 5 or 3-city tour. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but he actually was working a shit ton of jobs, and he actually doesn't work anymore. He doesn't work at his jobs, and now he's just building this, I don't know what he's doing. He's building something. It's this huge project. He's helping a lot of other people get out of their jobs. It's fucking crazy. You gotta meet him. I gotta get you to talk to this guy, because I know you were talking about leaving that job, dude. You gotta meet this guy. So now, whether it's a one-on-one, they're meeting a guy. Whether it's a home event, you gotta be fucking sitting there. There's a lot of other people, but they're still gonna meet the guy afterwards. Like, hey, this is my buddy. This is the guy I was telling you about. Fucking dude, this is the guy. Like, he's making a shit ton of money right now. He used to work a ton of jobs, but he's making like $2,000, $3,000 a month. He's helping other people get out of their job. You see, so it kind of, and you can do it with anything. Whether you want a new car, we're talking about like a BMW, Mercedes, like, I know, oh, we're all got, guys, girls, everyone wants a new car, brand new car. Like, fuck, I need a new car, man, my shit is shitty. He was talking about I have a 1998 Plymouth 3, it blew up going to the next level leadership. So I'm excited to get my car now. So of course, all I would have been talking about is getting a new car. When my car blew up and I didn't have one, that's all I talked about. Luckily for the business. But anyway, so that's what you do with that. Man, there's a kid, and he had no car, and he got a fucking car for free. He wasn't telling me everything about it because he's like starting this project. I don't know exactly what he's doing, dude. But you gotta come check this out because he's actually helping a lot of people get into a new car. I don't know what I know it sounds crazy, dude. I felt the same way. It was fucking nuts. I was like, come on, really? But he's helping people get new cars. So I remember you were saying you wanted a new car. You gotta meet this guy. He's fucking nuts. You gotta meet him. Meet him, her, him or her. Never an event. Oh, come over to my place, man. We're throwing down. There's gonna be we're doing a little event at my place. Well, what is it? I mean, it's, you're going through that, right? Like it's an event where people come to meet someone else relatable to whatever they're doing. Whether it's a car, whether it's they quit the job, whether it's maybe they're a business person. You guys, we know for sure business, like edge them on, dude. Here, I know you said you wanted to start your own business. Everybody wants to be in college. I want to start my own business. I'm a business. Yeah, I know you were saying you wanted to start your own business. There's a kid on campus right now. I don't know what he's doing, but this shit is taking off. I think it's like in 59 international countries. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but he is blowing up. He's starting this huge project. I don't know. I know you said you wanted to start your own business, but he's working. He's looking for other intelligent and other go-getters, motivated people. So that's why I came to you. That's why I came to you. He was looking for motivated because we were just talking a second ago. He was like, "Do you know anyone else who's motivated?" So that's why I came to you. You're the first guy I thought of. You got to meet this guy because he's starting this huge fucking thing. I don't know. He's making like $2,000, $3,000 a month. He's like 20. I don't fucking know what he's doing, but you got to meet him. So now they're like, well, what are you making? Now they're fucking making. Of course, because you're taking yourself out of the picture. Or what is it? What do you do? And you say, I don't know. You got to talk to this guy. I have no idea. You got to talk to him. So that's how I invite anyone that's coming over to an event, not to see an event or to see a verb can or an opportunity or any of that shit, to meet someone else related to them. So that's kind of that kind of touches a little bit on it.
So true. You want to talk about edification a little bit, Stu?
Yeah, edification basically is like when you're at an event, or kind of like what he was talking about too, when you're introducing people to someone, you never want to introduce someone just be like, oh, like you got to meet my boy Miles. You meet him. Because obviously if they meet him, they don't think anything of him, they don't have any respect for him, right? So what you want to do when you're introducing it to him is just make him sound like the shit, right? But you got to meet my boy Miles. This guy's killing it. He's dominating. He's only 20 years old. This dude's a beast. He's literally about to get a brand new car. This dude's killing it. He's opening this thing up in all sorts of countries. He's gonna make 6 figures this year. He's only 20 years old. He's killing this thing. You gotta meet him. And now when they meet him, they're gonna have a completely different perspective. They're gonna listen to him now because you edified him correctly. Like one thing Jed showed me, which I'm gonna draw here, Mark, is it's like this triangle, right? And for example, if this is you, this is your prospect, and this is your upline. Right? Your friends trust you, but they don't respect you. Right? So if you edify the upline correctly, now your prospect is going to respect it. Right? And trust plus respect equals enrollment. Right? So you need to master edification. Literally, you need to master edification because people only know how much you tell them. Right? So say, like, my boy isn't, like, he's not done that much yet, right? But he can throw it down, right? He's jacked on this. If you edify him and make him sound like the shit, people only know what you tell them. Right? So just edify him, build him the fuck up, and then get him to use someone else. But never, ever, 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 ever talk to someone on your own. Always be using a third party. Right? Even Chuck and Sally Wing, right? If you don't know them, they make like on the most they made a week is $16,000 in a week, right? So you think, oh, they could probably go talk to their friends and explain stuff. No, they never explain it. They have an upline, right? They have the #1 incomer explain this stuff. Obviously, they're close, right? But you never, no matter what, like always get an upline to share it because your friends always trust you, but they don't respect you. So that's why you need to master edification. Edification is the key to business. Master it. Right? And if you want to get better at it, start listening to this thing called Edify by Danny Johnson. Right? Write it down. Danny.
Do you have the CD?
I have the audio.
Can you put it on a Dropbox?
I don't know how to do that, but I can try.
Yeah, just
But
save it as a.
I
just save it
also
as a
I also have a USB, so if anybody has a computer, you can come snag it from me right now.
And then you want to talk about the welcome call, and then could I have everybody's attention and add them to the Powerhouse Network?
Okay. Yeah, so basically what he's saying is right when someone gets started, what you want to do to basically, because when someone gets started, like they're not getting started in the business, they're getting started, and you should be like welcoming them to the family, right? You say they're getting started in a business, but really they're just getting started in a family, right? So what you want to do when they get started is a welcome call, right? So if I get my boy Miles started, right? First of all, right when I get him started, what you want to do is announce it. Right, so Miles gonna start. Everybody, Miles just got started.
Let's go!
Right, so now he's like, fuck yeah, Jack. Now I call up my boy Jed. I'm like, yo, Jed, my boy Miles just got started. I need you to welcome him to the team. Boom, put him on the phone. Jed's gonna jack him up. Jed's gonna be like, only have a minute or two, right? Before you get him on the phone, be like, yo, Miles, I'm gonna try and get my boy Jed on the phone. This dude's killing it. Edify him, right? He's a fucking beast. Build this internationally, making $250,000, right? You need to talk to him. But the thing is, he only has like a minute or two. He only has a minute or two. Let me call him. Let me see if I can get a quick minute of his time. Get him on the phone. Yo, he only has a minute. He has 1 minute. You got to talk to him real quick, right? So that one, he feels special because he gets to talk to him because he has no time, and two, now he's jacking him up, right? And now he's gonna be stoked, right? So then, welcome call. Make sure you do that with everyone, and then we have a Facebook group. Make sure you add everyone to the Facebook group. There's one called Powerhouse Network, and you might have one depending on where you're living. So basically, what you want to do, get added to the Facebook group. And like when you welcome someone new to the Facebook group, just fucking like everyone, if you ever see someone welcome to the Facebook group, first of all, you should comment on it and just be like, fucking welcome to the family, man, let's get rich, let's fucking get Beamers, let's fucking do this thing.
And here's the thing, there's a lot of many different face groups, right? So some of your face groups only have 30 to 40 people. Does that make sense? So some of them, you add them there, that's fantastic. But always add them to the regular Powerhouse Network because there's thousands who are commenting on that. So to them, they're like, oh shit, this is really real. Does that make sense? Yep. So add them on both of your pages. Because, it's going to be real for them because they're going to meet everyone on the team in different states, different countries. We got our boy Boss commenting there. We got our friends in the Philippines commenting there. And so they're like, damn, this shit's really real. It's not just in my area. And they could connect with people that you might know at UCLA or in Riverside or in Georgia. Not just in the Boston area, if that makes sense. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. That's it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it, I guess, yeah. There's a lot of other things. Form?
Alright, form is basically...
Don't erase that, just leave it there.
Alright. Form is basically a way, it's say like you're talking to someone and you don't know that much about them, right? You're just getting...
That's
What?
No, that's not it.
But basically, this is kind of how you're going to get to know things about people. Like Miles was saying, you want to bring up something that you know about them and relate someone else to them, right? So what FORM stands for is basically family and from, occupation, recreation, and then money, message, and motivation. Right? So when you're talking to someone, this is basically just a way to get to know them, kind of learn some stuff about them. So like, say you haven't talked to your homie from like high school in like 2 years, 3 years or something, right? Just hit him up, right? Be like, yo, how's your family been? Man, how's your family been, you know? And be like, yo, family's been good, whatever. Yo, how's your brother been? How's school going for him, right? How's all that been? Yo, how's are you still working that job? You still hate that job? Yeah, right. I hate that job. Yo, like how much do they even pay you an hour? Just keep talking, digging in. What do you like to do for fun? Right? And then eventually you're gonna say, yo, like, you know, kind of what do you want to do in life? And as you're going through form, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get something like a revolver. Right? So then as you're asking them all these things, you really, really need to be listening.
Yes.
Listening is key in this, right? So if they say, oh, my family's good, but like, you know, the family's just struggling a little bit financially, write that in here. Family struggling, whatever, right? And then they're like, yo, I hate my fucking job. Hate job, right? Pays me $8 an hour. So write that down. What do you do in your fun time? You know, I love to snowboard, but I barely can afford lift tickets, right? So they're saying all that shit. So now when you get to this, one saying that you want to learn is, if I could, would you? Right? So, and also say I couldn't stop thinking about, right? So they're saying all this shit, yo, I couldn't stop thinking about how, you know, your family's struggling, man, your job just sucks. I couldn't stop thinking about whatever, right? And then say, if I could, so if I could help you out, you know, with kind of getting out of your job, help you out with your situation, would you be interested? Right? And then most likely, because it's about their wants and needs, they're going to say yes. Right? And then if they ask you more, explain someone else to them. Right? Like, I don't know much about it, but my friend, you know, is helping a lot of people get out of their situation and that. You know, he actually was in that situation, now got involved in this thing, is working on it, it's going crazy, dude. And, you know, he actually got out of his, and he's helping a lot of people do it. You know, but you got to meet him. So, I mean, if I could help you with your situation, would you be interested in hearing more? And like 100% of the time, people are going to want to hear more. Because as long as you make it about other people, you make it about their wants and needs, then they're going to want to hear about it all the time. Form. Master this shit. And you can just use this just talking to people normal. Right? This is a good way to learn how to communicate with people.
Right? If I could, would you be interested or would you be open? Or if there was a way, would you be? If there was a way for you to get out of the job, would you be open? Would you be interested? If I could show you, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
That's it. This is a no fucking brainer. All right. Okay, so open up for maybe one question, one or two, and then we're gonna put music on and mingle, guys. So, one question. I guess not. It's your fault. Convention?
Yes, convention. You gotta go.
Convention, you gotta go.
Gotta go.
I don't know if we're still talking about that. You all should have bought your ticket while I was talking. So. Shit. You gotta go. Convention's the real deal.
So let's say like we were talking about the cycling and stuff. If somebody becomes bronze but they're not your enrolled person, but let's say like the person that you enrolled with some person who made the one that got bronze, and you have another person that become bronze, does that help you get the bonus, or is it like it has to be your
The momentum, you don't.
Yeah.
It's in your bloodline.
The BMW is the same way. It's in your bloodline, so it's not just a gold you person enrolled, but who they enroll.
Right. Like if they were randomly thrown under you, it doesn't help. But say I got Miles, he got and eventually he hit bronze, then you call. As long as that person was there because of something you did. It's
You have
called
to
your
give
blood.
birth to them. Meaning you had to personally enroll someone who enrolled somebody. If someone up above you placed somebody below you and they went gold, and someone above you placed another person below you on the other side and they went gold, you know. But it helps you make a lot of money.
What about any like problems or objections?
There are no fucking problems, right?
Problems like,
Fucking-
when I talk to people, they say this, and this, or I don't know.
Actually, here's what we'll do. We're gonna put music on and then we'll just huddle up because these guys are ready for you know what I mean? So we'll put music on and let's.
No, I'm good. If you have.